guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we are making some more lavender soap. So I made some soap a couple of months ago for lavender and we sold them all out this weekend. So we need to make some more. I did make some lavender vanilla, which I showed on the last video, the final product. That smells really good, but it still doesn't smell like the plain lavender like a lot of people like. So I've already got my goat milk cubes measured out. I've got my sodium hydroxide measured out, and I am going to be using some titanium dioxide to make the soap a little bit whiter. And I'm also using lavender mica clay. And I will be putting a few of these on top. So they're dried lavender petals. So we're using that. I am using lavender fragrance oil. I'm going to mix 2 different fragrance oils of lavender that I have. So I'm going to go on ahead and get this going, and then we will add our oils, which I will show you. All right, let's get this started on melting. So if you haven't checked out my past videos, you might want to check out some of my other soap making videos that I've done. We are trying to knock out about 2 videos a week. Seems to be working. I've got a video that I posted a week ago talking about our new farm store that we're going to be opening up. That looks like that will be opening before Thanksgiving. Right now we are putting the final finishing touches on it, and then I'm trying to find the furniture to use in the store right now. So that was a good video. So if you haven't watched that, check that out. Also, don't forget, we do have an Etsy page, Scanny's Dream Acres. If you live local and you go on our Etsy page and order, you can either pick up at the farm or we can arrange to meet someplace for your soaps. You don't have to pay shipping. Okay, we've got all of our 90 seconds. Okay, we've got all of our goat milk cubes melted. As you can see, it's just a liquid now. So I'm going to stir this for a second, and then we're going to get a temperature on it and see where we are. Taylor just left to go and heat up my oils for me. Okay. Okay. I'm going to stir this up for a few more minutes. Okay. Okay. All right, we're going to be ready to go as soon as she gets back. We're going to dump our oils in. All right, we got it ready. It's going down in temperature, so that's good. That means that the lye has all been dissolved. Okay, so Taylor rinsed this for me. I'm going to dry this out. And I'm going to dump this into here, and then we're going to strain it back into this bowl. Okay. Okay, run it through the strainer. Make sure that we've got all the lye dissolved. We don't want any big lye chunks. Okay, there we go. Let me set that aside. And let's get this to go through. All right. And we're good to go. Okay, let's make sure we've got it all scraped off. Okay. I'm just going to set that right there. All right. So now we've got it all strained, all ready to go. So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to set this aside for a second. I want to focus on my titanium dioxide and my lavender mica clay. All right, so we need a teaspoon of oil. So these are the oils that I use. So in the oils that I use that are pre-mixed already in here, I have it pre-mixed, and it's coconut oil, palm oil, canola oil, vitamin E, and there's one more. Can't remember the other one. I'll put it on the screen. I don't remember what the other one is. It'll come to me after the video, but I'll put it on the screen. All right. So for this one, we need to just get a teaspoon, see, a little bit much. That's okay. Dump a little bit, and then we'll put the rest in here. This one I don't need to measure, but the titanium I did. All right, so we are going to mix up, our lavender first. And we pre-mix this because sometimes when you're working with clay, it can clump. And if you put it all into your coloring at once, it just gets real dusty. So see, it's really a nice and mixed now. All right, so then I'm actually going to wipe this off because I don't want that going into my titanium dioxide. Okay, so now we've got our titanium dioxide, and I am going to mix this up really good. This one still has a tendency to clump, but it's okay. We've got our stick blender, so we will get all of that out when we are ready, but this for the most part will help it. Okay, so we're going to leave that there. Okay, that aside. Okay, so now we are going to pour the rest of our oils in here. Should we get it all? And then I'm going to give it a quick stir to kind of mix it up with that milk and lime mixture. All right, let me get my stick blender. We're going to go on ahead and mix this a little bit before we add the scent, before we add the scent. Okay, so we are going to pour our lavender, and like I said, I've got two that I'm using up. All right, now we're going to give it a mix. Now before this decides it's going to go to trace, we are going to dump half of it into here to my titanium dioxide. And then we're going to dump half of it into the lavender mica clay. We're going to try and get it as close to the same as possible. Get my spatula here. Okay. All right. Give this a stir. It's already starting to get thick. So let's get the stick blender in there for this one. Didn't quite get as purple as I wanted it to. Taylor, can you go over there and see if we have any more purple mica clay in that drawer, please? I know that there is some. Can you bring it to me, please? While she's doing that, because I want it to be a little bit more purple than what it is, I'm going to go on ahead and do this one. Okay, so this one is done. And it's getting thick fast, which is what exactly I thought it was going to do. See any, hon? Purple? There should be. Which one is it? Yep, that'll work. Yep, that'll be perfect. All right, we may have to just stir that one in by hand because it's so thick that it's not going to mix well. All right. Get a little bit of purple in there. Let's see. Set that aside. Let's just stir this up here. It's not as purplish as I thought I wanted it to be. Yeah, this is good. This is making it a whole lot of a better color. Y'all see that? How pretty that is? It's going to be really pretty. Make sure we get it all mixed in. Still seeing some on the sides here. All right, I think we've got it mixed well now. Okay, so now I'm going to get my mold. We are going to start pouring our mixture in. Okay, so we're going to start with, I think, the purple. So I'm using my regular loaf pan that I always use. And I'm just going to kind of, I'm not even going to do like a swirl thing. I'm just going to kind of dump it, I think, because it's getting so thick. A little bit more thicker here. Okay, and then we're going to use our cream colored, which looks really nice. Let's just make sure that we got all of that mixed in, which I'm pretty sure we did. Okay. I'm just going to do some dollops of that. It's thick like pudding now. And then we're just going to kind of mash that down. Maybe a little bit more. I don't like when it gets this thick. It's harder to handle. There we go. All right, now we're going to use the purple again. Okay. Okay. Get our white. I don't know what this is going to turn out like, guys, but I'm sure it's going to be pretty regardless. When it gets this thick, it's very hard to manage to pour it. A little bit more on top. I might have to try and swirl it a little, but I think it's going to look pretty actually. Looking at the side, it looks like it's going to be kind of layered in there nicely. Okay, let's give some purple. This will be the end of our purple. Okay, that's just about it for the purple. I'm gonna run that down the middle a little bit. And our white. little bit of that left. We might swirl the top. Okay. Now, just going to kind of make sure that we've got this distributed. Perfect. Get a little bit more on this side than the other side, I think. So I'm going to try to even that up. Okay. I'm going to bounce it a little bit to get the air bubbles out before I do anything more. Okay. Now, I think, what did I do with my, do you see my wooden stick, Taylor, that I use? You go look over there, please, for me. Okay, let's clean this up before I do anything more. Taylor's going to look for my wooden stick that I use. Here it is. Okay, we've got our wooden stick here, and I think I'm just going to try to swirl the top a little bit. Try to bring up some of that purple onto the top. This is going to be pretty regardless. All right, I actually think that that is good. I want to have it where you can see the white and the purple. There. All right. So I think that's good. And now we're going to get our dried lavender. And I'm just going to put just a little bit on the top. I'm not going to use a lot on this one. I want to make sure that every bar gets a little bit. There we go. That's good. All right. I'm try to go through. Maybe I'll use the clean side of this and try to just push them down a little bit. We always tend to lose some of these when we cut them. So if I can push them down a little bit in there, make them stick to the soap, we'll keep some more than normal. All right. I do believe that looks pretty good. Let me wipe the side. There's a couple little spots I missed. All right. Well, what do you think, guys? I think that looks pretty good. And you can see on the side, it's going to have that layered look of the purple with the white. So you'll be able to, we didn't do much swirling down there, just on the top. I think it looks good. Okay, so this is actually going to go into the freezer for 24 hours. and we'll take it out tomorrow night. We'll let it sit on the counter for a couple of days, and then we'll pop it out of the mold, let it sit again for another 2 to 3 days, depending on how soft it is. We want it to be really hard when we're slicing it. And then it'll cure for 4 weeks. So in about a month, it'll be ready for sale. So what is today? Today is the 4th of November. So around the end of November, it'll be ready for sale. So if you're looking to give a nice gift of lavender goat milk soap for Christmas presents, it'll be ready by then. But make sure you contact me if you want it, because this goes really fast. I literally sold 10 bars yesterday at the craft fair. It's a very popular scent that everybody likes. So if you're really interested in it, make sure you contact me because it does go very quickly. All right, guys, we will be back in probably about 5 days when we cut the soap. All right, we'll see you probably this weekend. See you soon.